A pleasant evening to all gathered here for the fifth day of the novena, marking the theme Barcelona, Alcalá, Salamanca commitment to studies. Today, as we are beginning this novena, as St. Ignatius says, act as if everything depends on you. Trust as if everything depends on God. Let us rely on God and seek His presence in our midst with the prayer song.
Calling me to walking through evening shadows on the town. So I leave my woes behind, leave them on familiar shores, let my heart set my heart upon the deep. Follow you, my Lord. So I leave my boats behind, leave them on previous road. My heart, set my heart upon the deep. Follow you, my Lord.
Today, we are blessed to have Father Sujay Daniel in our midst. Welcome you, dear Father.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
He hails from Bangalore and has done his master's in bioscience subjects, did his regency in Afghanistan. After ordination, he worked in Mungod, then came to Aloysius. He is currently pursuing his PhD in psychology and biology mixture, focusing on Sindhigi people of Mundgod. He is known for his singing and music composition and has contributed some hymns and also songs. He is talented in editing media, very creative, very friendly, and a good companion who loves the poor. Being studying and doing his mission, he would be an apt person for the day to throw the light on the topic. The ball is in your court, dear Father, to set our hearts on fire. Over to you.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is really nice words. So, how many of you are there?
There are both the pre-novitiates, Father.
Pre-novices. Can I see them?
Yeah, maybe they can put on their video.
Yeah, it will be nice.
Yeah, you can see now some of them.
This is number 7, is that? Okay, the guy is sitting with the
there is
tape.
Navasadhana.
Okay.
Loyola pre-novitiate have not switched it on. But
yeah, okay.
They are switched on.
So and
they are
all
sitting
these,
in the chapel.
all these Ramadevs and all sitting in the chapel in Vajrasana and Padmas and all are. Okay. And I see Father Pradeep in the behind. Okay, nice. So nice to see all of you. Okay. How are you all?
Fine, Father. How are you, Father?
Yeah, good, man. Good. So nice to see. Okay, let me not delay much. I think today, these days, you have been reflecting on the life of Ignatius, right?
Yes,
And I think you have gone from his Pamplona, then you have seen what happened in Montserrat, then you have seen Manresa. Have you seen Manresa? Have you seen what happened in Manresa?
for sword to Our Lady of Mother.
Yeah. And then from there, I think you have seen Jerusalem.
Yes, Father.
Okay, and finally, we speak about something that happens with him after Jerusalem. And therefore, my topic today that has been assigned to me is commitment to study. And he has given me 3 places. One is Alcalá, Salamanca, and Barcelona, and Paris. So he studied in 3 places. Have you heard about these places?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. At least those who follow football would definitely know Barcelona and all that. Anyway, so I have a story for you. Story is about 2 boys, Shiv and Shankar. Why have chosen these names? Because these names mean the same. Shiva and Shankar is means that they are both good. That's the meaning of the name. Sada Shiva, Sada Shankara. So they're good. That's what it means. And there is 2 boys who are very good in everything. Very good, very talented, very intelligent, very capable, creative. But Shiv is a boy who does wonderfully well. In fact, Shiv is little better than Shankar. He's amazing in his talent, skills. But Shiv is not regular. He comes one day and doesn't come one more day. And he doesn't come on time. You have a program, he doesn't come on time. Or if you are on a project, Shiv is more skillful than Shankar. Both are equally good, but Shiv is better than him. Shiv doesn't turn up when it is necessary. Suppose you are having your Navasadhana Loyola day and Shiv has to do, he will come late. What is the problem with Shiv? What is Shiv lacking? Whom do you like to work with?
Shankar.
Both of them? Or one of them? Or neither of them?
Those who be there on time.
Okay, Loyola can speak. Loyola Premiership can speak. Whom do you like to work with?
Shankar.
You like to work with Shankar, but Shiv is more talented, no?
But he is not punctual.
He's not punctual. Okay, but he can get it done better. He comes late also. But still, we would like to go with Shankar, right? The choice would be yes. So what is Shankar lacking? What is Shiv lacking? What is the plus point of Shankar? Only punctuality? Okay, let's say Shankar is therefore more committed. Is it okay to say that? Is it okay to say Shankar is more committed? Therefore, I would like to go with Shankar. Yeah? Is it so? You have to respond. Yeah. So that is better. To say yes is better. Okay. Therefore, my question to Navasadhana is, what do you mean by commitment? What do you understand by the word commitment? Commitment ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ.
Giving ourselves to do anything.
Say loudly.
To give
If Loyola, if Navasadhana is not answering, then it is very embarrassing. Loyola will answer.
to give ourselves for whatever we do.
To give ourselves for whatever we do. Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Loyola, please clap for Navasadhana. Okay. Now, Loyola is just being. What did you say? What did Navasadhana say?
Whatever we do.
To give oneself completely to the task. Is it commitment? What do you say, Loyola? Suppose I give today, completely I give today, but tomorrow I will not come. Then, what do you think commitment is? Is that commitment? Or today I give myself very, very nicely because I'm very interested, but tomorrow I have not that much interest is not there. Is that okay? No. So then what do you define commitment as? How do you understand what commitment is? Commitment is doing the things that you have to do, ought to do, whether you like it or not, every day, every time. Therefore, commitment is doing the things that you want to do, you have to do, and you ought to do every day and every time. That is commitment. Do you think that we are having the same mood always?
No, sir.
No. Do you think that mood will change like this? One mood in the morning, one mood in the afternoon, one mood in the evening?
Yes.
Yeah. If so, if we go by our moods, do you think that we will sustain our interest and be committed?
No.
In human beings, there is a lot of fluctuations. We are naturally fluctuating. Some days we are very good, some days we are not so good. Some days we feel very nice, some we don't. It is at that time when we don't feel good. It is at the times when we don't feel interested. It is at that time when you feel completely difficult. It is at that time commitment comes. Commitment is not seen when you do what you want to do, when you like to do, when you are interested to do, and you're in a mood to do it. It's not at that time. Commitment comes when you do what you have to do, what you ought to do, and what you want to do, ought to do, even though at that particular moment you are not in a mood to do it, not in a emotional state to do it, not in a capacity to do it. It is at that time we talk about commitment. You got it?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, commitment is this. For Ignatius now, Now Ignatius. We talked with the call Ignatius. Now, what does this commitment do? Commitment increases three things. Don't you think commitment brings credibility? What do you say? Does commitment bring credibility?
Yes, sir.
Commitment brings greater contribution.
Yes, sir.
You will do it every day. So it brings greater contribution. And therefore, it will also make you competent. So commitment really brings credibility, competence, and therefore or better. Can you see me? Can you see me? No, current went, yeah. And so I'm getting my laptop on my face. Looks good, no? It looks like a ghost. What you is Ignatius found, you know, when was Ignatius born? When was Ignatius born? Which year?
1491.
Hello? When was Ignatius born?
1491.
1491. So when did he get the cannonball hit?
1521.
1521, yes. That is how many years? 30 years. And in 1524, that is when he started being 33, he began to study. He began to study Latin in Barcelona. 1524. That is when he was 33 years. 1524 to 1526, 2 years, he sat with school children to study Latin. To study Latin. But what happened those 3 years, do you know? From 1521 to 1524?
From 1521 to 1522, he was at bed.
Yeah, I think the current went and so my. So do you know 1521 to 1524, it was the time when he started his spiritual journey. He spent initial time reading the books, Life of Christ and Flos Antrum and Life of Saints. And then he went to Manresa, gave up everything. And that time, what inspired him? He wanted to study scripture. In order to study scripture, he was already learned. That's why he could read the books. He knew to read, but he wanted to study scripture. And therefore, in 1524, he begins to study Latin. 33 years. 2 years he spends time to study scripture, to Latin. And 1527, he goes to Alcala to study philosophy. It's all in keeping with the learn scripture. He's already written his spiritual exercises book. At those times, since he's already have this Manresa experience, he's giving his retreats. He's telling how to pray to God, how everything he's giving. But he has no capacity to read scripture. And that is why he is like, I want to study scripture, and therefore let me do Latin. And from there, philosophy. And then from Alcala, he go to Salamanca. Salamanca, he's not studying much, but there he has some questioning. In English, it's called inquisition. Who are you? They ask him, who are you that you are speaking like this? What is your credibility? What is your competence? And on what basis are you contributing? What is your credibility? Have you studied? Do you have a master's degree? Do you have competence, and therefore can you contribute? Is the questions that is being raised to him. Therefore, in 1528 to 1535, he spends 7 years in Paris to study theology and obtain his master's degree. From 1527 to 1535, he spends time in study. Therefore, altogether, Ignatius has spent 1524 to 1535, that is 11 years in study. 11 years in study. And one great incident is, I'm telling you, what is commitment? Commitment is to do when you don't have the mood to do it. See, when he is in Salamanca, what happens is, he gets disinterested to study. He doesn't want to study because he says this is very difficult. Theology is very difficult. Philosophy is very difficult. I don't want to study. But at the same time, he's having a lot of God experiences. He's having a lot of visions, a lot of prayer inspirations. He wants to pray. He wants to give up study and go into the life of his experience with God. And that time Ignatius says, no, I don't want this experience. They come, they go, no problem. But my will or God's will for me is to be educated. And that's why, my brothers, 1521, hit by a cannonball. 1524, starts to study. 1535, gets a master's degree. 1540, he opens a society called as the Society of Jesus, to whom you want to join. See the journey of this man. This is called commitment. Commitment is when you don't feel like doing it, when you find difficult to do it, when you have no mood to do it, and in fact, when others are discouraging you from doing it, you do it. That is called commitment. Commitment is not when things are very easy. Commitment is not when things are people are encouraging you, come on, do it, and then you do it. No, that is not where commitment counts. Commitment starts when things get difficult. And therefore, this is the learning we get from Ignatius. To understand what commitment is, the way that he refused to yield to the spiritual experiences that he had. Everybody is longing for spiritual experience, but he is refusing to yield to it in order to give time to study. Now, that is commitment. He is giving time to study to be credible. That is commitment. He is giving time to be competent. That is commitment. And then he is giving time to make a contribution. That is commitment. Commitment is like growing a plant. It has to be watered every day. It has to be regularly taken care by giving manure, removing the things that are not organic, and showing love and respect and caring for it. That is how you take care of a plant. And so commitment is this. That is why Ignatius places great emphasis on love. What is love according to Ignatius? How is love shown? Anybody remembers his famous quote on love? So I think we are losing connection often. I can hello? Okay, so I will just wind up. Connections is not very good. Therefore, one definition of Ignatius is love is shown more in deeds than in words. Love is shown in deeds than in words. And commitment is shown in your deeds, not in words. Just as you value love, we value commitment. And commitment comes from within. Commitment comes from above. Commitment is something that is given to us from outside. It comes from within, it comes from outside, it comes from above, God. This is very important for you. This is very important for you. Commitment is a call. Commitment is a challenge. Commitment is a clarion invitation. These are the three things. Commitment is a call. Commitment is a challenge. Commitment is a clarion invitation. Let me summarize to you. The content of Ignatius comes from his commitment. Commitment because of three things. In order to be credible, in order to be competent, in order to contribute. Commitment is shown much in action than in words. Commitment, therefore, is a call and a challenge. I would like to end to you by reading out, by reciting a poem for you. It is called as Never Give Up. It goes like this. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, and the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, when the funds are low and the debts are high, you want to smile, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing down your bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of you sometimes learns. And many a failure comes about when he that might have won had he stuck it out. So don't give up. If the pace seems slow, you may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out. It's a silver tint on the cloud of doubt. You can never say how close you are. You may be very near when things seem very far. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. So happy commitment. Thank you. I finished my talk. So namaskaralu.
I take this opportunity to thank for the Sujay Daniel. His talk was keen as mustard as he explained about the theme Barcelona, Alcalá, Salamanca, committed to studies. Let us ask God's grace to study well in this academic year. I thank all the fathers, brothers, and all the pre-novices for your participation. Thank you.
So thank you very much. So thank you very much
Baba.
for inviting me. Thank you, Dheeraj. Thank you, Pradeep, for giving this opportunity to speak to you guys. And it was very nice to speak to you. You were very keenly listening. And of course, there were some breaks here and there. But anyway, overall, I enjoyed it. The problem from this side, not from your side. So thank you very much for giving the time.
Thank you.